In this video, I'm going to do my first unboxing and review of the Sennheiser MKE 400 mobile kit, so stay tuned.
Beauty is irrelevant.
What's going on YouTube? Jarrell King here, aka Relevant, multi-platinum music producer, music business coach, and of course, man of God. And if it's your first time here, welcome. On this channel, I teach business to musicians, and specifically God-fearing musicians. So before we get started, do me a favor and hit the like button. And if you haven't done so already, consider subscribing to the channel. If you do subscribe, make sure you hit the notification bell so that you're updated anytime I upload new videos. Being a music producer and a music business coach, I'm always looking for the best ways for my artists that I work with to be able to generate more income so that they have multiple streams of revenue so that they can actually make music full time and not have to worry about their income. Because one of the biggest complaints I get from artists that I work with is that they don't have enough money to invest in their business to be able to generate the return that they want so that they don't have to work a regular job. And I always recommend one of the best ways to start generating income and to diversify your income streams is by having a YouTube channel. Ding ding, hence why I'm here right now. So in this video, we're going to talk about some equipment that you can use when you are running your YouTube channel. And specifically, I'm going to talk about the Sennheiser MKE 400 mobile kit. So this mobile kit is really a microphone that you can take with you out into the field or out wherever you go, and you can film and get the best audio without having to use the audio just from your phone or like a GoPro or something like that. So here we have it right here. And I'll zoom in a little closer so you guys can see it and get a better idea of what it looks like. It comes with a microphone. It's kind of like a shotgun microphone. It also has an audio cable that connects to your phone. I'm using an iPhone 14, so by using that, I have to use the dongle or the converter so that it plugs into the jack and is able to capture the audio. And then on top of that, it also comes with a harness and a tripod. So here's the tripod that it comes with. It's pretty sturdy and durable. But me, because I'm usually doing things moving around, I would usually either use like a stabilizer, or because I'm tall, I need a tripod that's full body, so I'm not using this. It also comes with a nice travel bag that fits everything in it with the Sennheiser logo here on it. For the microphone, it has a sleeve that allows you to protect the microphone and maybe even dampen some of the audio, and it will dampen the audio if you cover the microphone with this, but it does cover it and protect it. It also comes with the harness. This is a pretty durable harness. So you can slide this on the tripod that they give you, or if you have a different tripod like I'm using, you can still mount it. I'm using a different harness because I'm using my phone to record myself, and the harness that I have has a mirror on it, which allows me to see what I'm seeing on my home screen while I'm using the back camera rather than shooting this video using my front camera, which has a lower quality. Now, because I'm using that type of harness, it actually comes with two side mounts. So I have the Sennheiser MKE 400 mounted on one side, and then I also have an LED mounted on the other side. So now I'm able to use a full mobile kit while being able to see myself, capture great audio, and provide ample lighting. So now let's put this microphone to the test. Mark specifically asked me to shoot using this microphone somewhere outdoor where there's wind. So I'm going to take it to the beach and see how well it captures audio with the wind blowing from the beach and with the background sounds of the waves. So let's go to the beach. So this is my review of the Sennheiser MKE 400 mobile kit. Shout out to my man Mark over at Sennheiser for allowing me to do this review and to allow me to do this unboxing. So this video is going to be a little different from my normal videos because one, I've never done an unboxing before, and two, I'm out here at the beach. So we have the microphone hooked up right now. It's a little breezy, so I don't know if the wind is going to get picked up by the microphone or not. There's also the sound of the waves in the background, so I don't know if that's going to be loud or if the microphone is going to have some type of sound reduction that will allow my vocals to be picked up better compared to if I were to be using my iPhone microphone. But yeah, here we are out here at the beach. It's a beautiful day, and I definitely wanted to make sure that I shot this review video somewhere where it would be a little windy, just so that we can really test out the sound of the microphone. And in addition to how the quality of the microphone sounds, I just wanted to make a video when it comes to musicians that want to build their career, what it would actually take to build that career. One, you have to build solid relationships. Like I said, I was able to even do this review because I decided to go to South by Southwest last year, and by going to South by Southwest with some of the artists that I work with, I was able to network, and I met Mark, who works for Sennheiser, and now here we are doing a review because I've maintained that relationship. And when it comes to being a musician, that's one of the first things you have to consider is, one, your equipment that you use, the quality of the equipment that you use, so your microphone, your monitors, your computer, your headphones, the software that you use. Those are things that you want to consider because you want to make sure that you have quality equipment so that you're delivering a quality song and quality product. And the second thing you should focus on is your relationships, because this industry is all about relationships. Without having solid relationships, you can only go so far. And even if you want to do everything by yourself, it's possible, but it's going to take you a lot longer, and it's going to take a lot more work because you don't have anyone to delegate and do other things on your behalf. That's why a lot of artists end up wanting managers or record labels or something like that, because they know that once they have those people on their team, they'll have a lot more resources that allow them to focus on what they actually want to do, which is just make music, compared to having to do all of the business side of things. But at the early stages of any career, especially being a musician, you have to do all of that stuff up front. So it's crucial for you to make sure that you maintain those relationships and you build them out, and you don't make relationships just off of you wanting something from someone. Your relationship should be mutually beneficial. You should be able to give something just as much as the person that you are in a relationship with should be able to give something as well. So it's not about you just taking, but it's you being able to provide some type of value, and then that person also being able to provide some value to you as well. And the third thing that I want to talk about is just your faith. Your faith is so crucial if you want to have a successful career in this industry. You have to believe without a shadow of a doubt in all your heart that this is something that you can actually do. Like, you can't just be second guessing this or thinking that you want to give it a try. There shouldn't be this idea of trying. It's all or nothing in this industry. You're either going to give it your life and you're going to put everything that you have into it, and you're not going to accept anything else as an option. Like, there's only one way, or you're going to ultimately fail because by having the mindset of just, I'm going to try, and if this doesn't work, I'm going to do something else. By you thinking that if this doesn't work, you're giving your mind the option of considering that this may not work, when in reality, that shouldn't be an option at all. And one of the best ways that you can focus on not having that type of option is by having strong faith in God, because God can provide and do anything and everything, but that's only going to happen if you believe that. And as I continue to read the Bible, I just fully understand that it's all about faith. I wasn't able to get multi-platinum records because I was doubting myself or doubting what I was capable of. I trusted fully in myself, and I trusted fully in God that I was going to be able to do certain things that I wanted to do, and I was able to surpass things that I thought I was going to do. I was able to do those things and more, and I still have plenty more that I want to do and I'm going to do, because I know that God's not done with me yet. So if you want to have a successful career, you have to also have that same type of faith and confidence in God that He's going to guide you in the direction that you need to go and allow you to have the opportunities that you need to have, and that you have the resources and the skill and the gifts that He's given you to utilize, so that you can take advantage of those opportunities and you can get to where you want to get to, and you can build the life and the career that you want for yourself. But it's going to be easier for you to do that, one, by having that relationship with God, which goes hand in hand with what I said about having strong relationships. But two, when you have that relationship with God, it's going to allow you to do things that you never thought that you could do. It's going to put you in situations and places that, although you had the idea of wanting to be there, you didn't know exactly what it was going to take. So you just had to trust the process. And I have a quick story to tell you. I have a friend that I spoke to recently, and we got on the phone, and she was talking to me about finances because she wanted to get her investments right. And I told her that I had been reading the Bible a lot lately, and my life had been going great once I really started acknowledging what the Bible was teaching. And she said something to me that was funny. She said, I haven't really read the Bible, but I know I need to, but sometimes it gets a little confusing to me because it's a bunch of stories about people that I've never heard of, and I can't even pronounce their names, and it's kind of old school, and all these old stories, and she was trying to figure out, I don't know how these stories apply to me. And when I think about that story, that's how a lot of people think about the Bible. They're like, oh, these are just old stories, or these are just like folk tales, or like just, like children's book stories, or whatever they want to call it, to try to invalidate what's being said in the story, or what's being told in the story. But they fail to realize that everything in the Bible is a teaching example of faith. Most of the stories in the Bible, of characters in the Bible, they had some kind of, it's a story of their faith being tested. It's a story of their relationship with God, and it's a story about their faith being tested. And you see the before and the after of those who did and who didn't. And those who had faith in God, you see how their life turned out. And those who didn't have faith in God, we see how their life turned out. And every time in every story, those who had a strong relationship with God and followed what God was guiding them to do and teaching them to do, they prospered and they got to where they wanted to, and they received God's promises. And those who denied God, those who did whatever they wanted to do, those who couldn't discipline themselves and their flesh enough to do what God was asking of us, they ended up in a bad place. A lot of them ended up with their lives gone because they stopped trusting God, and God allowed things to happen to them that wouldn't have happened if they would have just focused on their relationship with God. So that's ultimately what the Bible is telling you, is when you build that relationship and you follow what God wants you to do and teaches you, and you have that faith and confidence that what He says and how it applies to your life means that you'll benefit from it, then you have to walk that walk, and you're going to be tested because life is full of trials and tribulations. But those trials and tribulations are going to make your faith that much stronger, because God will always give you a way to overcome those obstacles, especially when you keep God in your mind, in your heart, because that's how you're going to get over it. When you try to do things yourself, when you try to make it all about you and not about what God's able to do, that's when people end up falling and failing. And that's when they end up getting corrupted by greed or power or lust or any of these other things that are of the flesh, rather than trusting God, discipline themselves, surrendering themselves to God, dying to self, and letting God take the wheel. So that was just a quick message that I wanted to share with you guys while I'm here at the beach on this beautiful day. And I wanted to just, test out this microphone and see how it sounds in an outdoor setting where there's a lot of noise going on. That's what Mark asked me to do. And again, I'm just going with the direction of where God led me. So now we're here at this beach and I have no complaints. So if you found this video helpful, do me a favor, hit the like button. And if you haven't done so already, consider subscribing to the channel. I post videos like this weekly, and I'm teaching you how to turn your passion for music to a full functioning business. Now, if you need more help with that, there's a free webinar that I have in my description box below. Go ahead and click that link and sign up for the free webinar. It's called the Full-Time Musician Accelerator, where I'll walk you through step-by-step everything that you need to do and know so that you can get started on launching your career, so that you can start generating enough income where you can have a full-time career as a musician. Alright, so that's all I have for you. I'll be back with more videos like this soon. Until then, God bless and take care.